What's shaking bacon? So I've been trying to sketch without a reference. And while I was at my baby cousin's, we were watching The Lion King, and I was inspired by one of my favorite songs in the movie to draw this cute little Simba. And I'm really happy with the results. So once I was back home, I decided to sketch this out onto some watercolor paper and make a full blooded illustration. When I was younger, I had no problem sketching without a reference, but now as I'm older, I feel like I'm afraid to make quote unquote mistakes. So I'm trying to relearn and rebuild that habit of sketching and not caring how it not caring how it looks and trusting my process and trusting myself that I will be able to draw something nice without having to look at something in order to have the correct form. And here I am going in with a muted green that was on my palette already. I thought this would be a fun way to get some of that color in. I try not to waste paint, but as I was painting it on to the illustration, I did not like how muted the color was, so I grabbed my mondo llama gouache and got that viridian green and decided to just use those bright colors because it's inspired by the cartoon, and the cartoon is so vibrant and bright. That's really the type of color palette that I wanted this illustration to have. Like I said, this painting was inspired by the I Can't Wait to Be King musical number. And I really wanted to capture that childlike wonder and excitement in this illustration, so I thought it would be nice to try and replicate a child's drawing. That's where I was getting a lot of my inspiration from when I was painting this, those really bright, vibrant colors. And I also am going to be going in with oil pastels to give it that sort of crayon texture in this illustration. For the art supplies that I'm using, I am using my mondo llama gouache, as stated before. I also use some Urtek gouache for the leaves. As for the paintbrushes, I'm using my round brushes, trying to limit how many brushes I use in an illustration. And the round brushes are just very versatile. I could use them for a multitude of things, and they are synthetic hair. I believe they were advertised as like acrylic/watercolor brushes, so that's perfect for my gouache since that's mostly what I use nowadays. The whole time that I was working on this piece, my kitty cat Captain, she just wanted to be all up in the Kool-Aid. She kept trying to sit on the paper when I was sketching it out. Once I got the paint on there, she realized that it was wet and she didn't want to sit on it. Thank goodness. But she just absolutely loves it when I paint. I see her all the time if there's like pens or paint brushes out. I see her and she just plays with them. In her mind, I'm playing, so she tries to mimic me and mirror me, but like no, I guess it is play, but I'm doing something serious right now, kitty cat. I can't stay mad at her though. I love her so much. She gets away with so much. I always joke with my neighbors that I have her better trained than the Chihuahua because she walks very well on her leash, but once she's home, she knows she could just do whatever she wants. Anyways, enough of her. She gets enough attention. Back to the painting. Instead of the Mondo Llama paints, I use my Urtek paints because I prefer the red. I prefer the red pigment of these paints better than the Mondo Llama. I did do a review on the Mondo Llama if you'd like to hear my opinion about those. So you could check that out on my channel. Maybe leave a little subscription or a comment if you like it. So for the color, I mixed in the medium yellow with the red of my Urtek paints to get this pretty blood orange color, which I really like how it turned out. I'm glad I decided against using the Mondo Llama because this is just so bright and vibrant, and it has a bit of a matte finish to it. I just love my Urtek paints. They are just the best. I think I'm going to buy more of them because I'm running low on like white and yellow, and there's this beautiful pink in this set. Oh my goodness, I cannot recommend these paints more. I didn't do a lot of actual painting or shading with the paints. I wanted more of a flat color because I was going to go in with my Pentel oil pastels to help add with the texture of the whole illustration. Like I said, I want it to look like a child's drawing, so I wanted the colors to be more flat and vibrant. Moving on with Simba, I did use the Mondo Llama paints. I mixed in the medium yellow with the yellow or Orker? Is that how you pronounce it? I have a speech impediment. Words are hard for me. And I liked how that turned out because it's still bright, but it's not too like stark yellow. You know how you could see something yellow and it's so bright it can hurt your eyes? I did not want that for Simba. Also, I apologize about my voice. I caught a bit of a cold hanging out with my baby cousins. I actually waited like a whole week to record the audio for this video because I sounded horrible. Hopefully you guys can't pick up that I'm sick. Anyways, I really liked how Simba turned out. I think he's just so cute. I even gave him a cute little pink nose and everything. He's just a little kitty cat. Maybe that's why Captain was all up in the Kool-Aid when I was painting this because she's a kitty cat and it could only be about her. My sister's been trying to have me take one of her kittens and I can't. She's very very much the center of attention over here. Oh, his teeth were very hard to do. I don't know why I made them so teeny tiny. I mixed in a bit of the white with the brown to give it a little bit of shading because I don't like having just stark white on my paintings. Like, what's the point, you know? Nothing that's white in real life is actually white, you know? It's like vanilla. Like, just look at an egg, you look at it, and it's not just plain white. There's shading, there's depth to it. You gotta remember that when you're drawing and painting and adding all of your shadows and shading. Here is my Pentel oil pastels. I love these. I have used these for over 10 years. They're one of my favorite art supplies to use. I always come in and out of love with these, but right now I'm currently in love with these and I'm using them on everything. So I decided just to outline the leaves and everything with the oil pastels. Here I am using red just to give those leaves a little bit of some texture. I love The Lion King. I think it's one of my favorite Disney movies. I am partial to the Disney Renaissance era, you know, like in the 90s. I love Hans Zimmerman's, what's the word? He composes it. How do you say that? I really like him as a composer, I guess I'm trying to say. And he just has such a way with music. It's beyond me. Also, I know Elton John did some songs for this movie as well, which I love Elton John. He is one of my favorite musical artists. In high school, I used to have a tape player and I would listen to his greatest hits I found at the thrift store. And I remember going to my little sister's softball practice and I would walk the dog and listen to Elton John. It's nice memories. And here I am just going in with some yellow and browns over Simba to give him some texture and some hair, which I think he looks super cute. What's your favorite Disney movie? I'm thinking about doing more Disney fan art after this piece just because I had so much fun making it. Possibly I might do Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas. I love drawing Jessica Rabbit as well. Let me know your favorite character and maybe it will help inspire me to draw more Disney fan art. Here's some close-up shots of the finished piece. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, subscribe. And I'm trying to put out a new video every week. And the more subscribers I have, the more inclined I am to do it because I don't want to disappoint you guys. If you like the video, leave a comment. Maybe comment a little heart emoji. I'd really like that. And I will see you later, Gators. Bye-bye.